Michael Jackson really killed cancel culture. Michael Jackson has always been one of the biggest and most influential artists and singers of the music history. A magnificent superstar that with his dance moves and his spectacular songs changed music forever. A controversial artist that of course was not unfamiliar with controversy, and he had a lot of problems during his lifetime, including child abuse cases. Michael Jackson in his songs, was a human rights activist. He loved children, he wanted to cure the problem of poverty, he wanted to help the children in Africa, he wanted to help the earth, and he created a perfect image of himself. A person that once made black people proud by being a perfect example of a successful African American singer. But as the time goes by and he made progresses in his music journey, he had a lot of dramas. One of his biggest problems and dramas was his skin change. Michael had a disease called vitiligo, and his skin color drastically changed over the time, and Michael became paler and paler. A skin change color that was not the end of controversy and drama for him, and after some years, new and shocking news were published to the media. Michael Jackson was suspected to be a child abuser. A big and unending controversy that still after all of these years still goes on. An artist that after 40 years and his incredible music catalog with his new biopic called Michael is conquering everywhere. But of course, the sale amount and all of the record-breaking things that are happening right now for Michael Jackson, the late singer who died in 2009, are making huge shockwaves to the society, and Michael Jackson even breaking some new records after his death. He's the most successful singer in the world right now after all of these years that has passed from his death, and he is even breaking the records of the most streaming artist right now. An extraordinary and unbelievable thing to many music fans that nobody can believe that Michael Jackson, a guy who once was cancelled and going to be cancelled by people, and many people called him pedophile, now he is breaking some huge records, and it is a sign that we should understand and we should think about it, that what's happening and why Michael Jackson is coming back again stronger than ever. To understand all of this, let's get back to the first abuse case against Michael Jackson. In 1993, a boy called Jordan Chandler accused Michael to abuse. Something that of course made a lot of shockwaves through the media, and even police raided Neverland Mansion and even found a book full of child drawings. Yes, naked child drawing. A strange book that of course Michael told the police that he don't have any idea about it and this book is not for him. But that was not the whole evidence. Jordan Chandler gave the police and the court a detailed description of Michael's private part. A really close description of Michael's genitals that many people say that it was true and matched to the reality. But that was not a big evidence. Lawyers and Michael's defendant team claimed that maybe seeing Michael's genital is not a big evidence, and many people could see him naked, coming out of the shower, and it's not a proof that Michael is guilty. With all of this speculation and media coverage, but finally Michael Jackson and his team decided to settle an argument with the Chandler family with the price of $20 million, and many people say that there were a lot of other cases that Michael Jackson paid a lot of money to reach to a settlement. A strange act that of course made a lot of questions through Michael being not guilty, but his team told the press that this money was spent to silence the media and put the story off the radar, because Michael don't want this story goes too long and he doesn't like it, and it's going to be a big blow to his mental health. With all of these dramas and everything that's going on, but these cases and these abuse allegations did not stop there. And after Michael's statement in a really strange documentary by Martin Bashir, Michael himself expressed his satisfaction to sleeping with children in bed.
To share a bedroom with a child who is not related to him at all.
That's a beautiful thing.
Something that of course he meant unsexually, and he said that it's really sweet to spend time with children, but that was a really weird thing to say. In 2003, another case happened. A new boy came up with a new accusation, and Michael Jackson once again went to the court. But once again, as you know, Michael found not guilty and there was no big and reliable evidence. With all of these cases and all of these accusations, but although Michael Jackson found not guilty and there weren't any evidence to convict him, his reputation was hurt a lot. Many people and media didn't like him anymore and he was so upset with his fans and the people who believed that he was a pedophile. With all of these cases and abuse allegations and a lot of money that Michael paid to the lawyers, he was officially broke and he didn't have a lot of money, and eventually he was forced to sell Neverland Mansion. Something that desperate Michael Jackson, after all of these years, even didn't want to make music anymore, but he was in a serious debt. So in 2009, he made a final decision to return to the music industry and performs a new series of shows. But unfortunately, in 2009, Michael Jackson suddenly passed away by overdose of propofol. With Michael Jackson's death in 2009, many people believe that these dramas and conflicts and controversies are over. But this story did not stop right here, and after some years in 2019, new evidence emerged. In 2009, a new documentary changed everything and many people believed that this time Michael Jackson would be cancelled forever. Two boys called Wade Robson and James Safejohn, who previously defended Michael a lot of times in court, now was talking about his systematic abuse of them through the years. Something that sent shockwaves through the society, and many people believe that Michael is done this time and nobody is going to listen to the king of pop anymore. But that was not what happened next. Michael Jackson's popularity was not hurt at all. People seem that they don't care about Michael Jackson's cases anymore and they even get used to it. A new and unbelievable thing that with this new movie showed everybody that Michael Jackson's music is too big to be cancelled. A movie by Jafar Jackson, his nephew, that he spent a lot of time trying and recreating Michael's life and a story, and everybody praised this movie, but critics hated it. All of the music critics and even movie critics didn't like this movie because they said that this movie tried to sanitize Michael Jackson and show him as a saint. A big issue that many critics had with this movie was that this movie did not talk about the abuse cases at all, and it ended during the first time frame that the first accusations came to reality. Many critics believe that this movie didn't provide much background about Michael Jackson's problems and his struggles, and just by showing Michael's problem with his dad simply showed that he is a victim and Joe Jackson is to blame. But of course, nobody gives a shit about music critics. This movie became massive and everybody liked it. A big conflict that showed that maybe people do not care about Michael's accusations at all, and even though there was a serious and new accusation toward Michael Jackson, and Michael's second secret family made a lot of accusation toward him, people didn't seem to bother themselves by thinking about Michael Jackson's accusation, and they are enjoying Michael's incredible catalog and they are banging and dancing to his incredible songs. An unbelievable thing that made many people to understand that maybe Michael Jackson's music is too big to be cancelled, and Michael Jackson, although is one of the biggest singers of the old time, nothing can stop him and his songs are simply more than music. With all of these dramas and the problems and all of the things that happening, there is a big problem right here. Can we enjoy Michael Jackson's music after all of these, accusations and controversies regarding him? And should we really enjoy this movie and just pretend that nothing has happened, and we should start to embrace the movie more and do not care about all of these things, or we should cancel Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was beyond a superstar. He was a phenomenon and even made many people to love music in their early years of life, just like me. When I was 6 years old, I fell in love with music, with Michael Jackson's incredible songs. I remember I was watching Michael Jackson's dance moves and I was thinking that, God, is it real or is it magic? An influential artist that after all of these years and a lot of accusations that came toward him, many people could not believe that Michael Jackson is guilty. Even me, after all of those years, couldn't believe that Michael is guilty, and I'm not convinced yet. And although there was some, kind of accusations, but there wasn't any conviction, just like Tupac Shakur. In the case of Tupac Shakur, we could easily understand that Tupac Shakur raped a girl and went to the jail. But about Michael Jackson, we don't know anything. And maybe all of these cases can be a desperate money grab. It's really confusing. There are a lot of talks and dramas and many online discourse on the internet, and people are divided. Many people are saying that Michael Jackson is innocent and there wasn't any conviction for him, so we should leave him to be, and he's long dead and we should not talk about him, and we should enjoy his music and separate the art from the artist. But some people and music critics are thinking that by ignoring these accusations and leaving the artist and his music breathe once again, we're going to let other accusers in the future to do whatever they please and not to worry about their consequences. It is a really confusing and a moralistic challenge for many Michael Jackson's lovers and music fans around the world, and nobody's sure what to do. Should they ignore all of these accusations and continue enjoying Michael Jackson? Or should we stop listening to Michael Jackson's music and watching this movie? Nobody's sure. Nobody's got a clue that what we should do and what is right and what is wrong, and nothing is certain except one thing: Michael Jackson truly killed cancel culture.